before you drift into dreams, let me take you on a journey through time, across ancient stones and sunlit streets, to a city that once ruled the world. Welcome to Mystic Past, where sleep meets history. If you're new here, consider subscribing to our channel. Each night, we travel the world together, one story, one dream at a time. So lie back, close your eyes, and let your mind awaken in a different time. Tonight, we visit the Eternal City, Rome, a place of marble palaces, roaring crowds, sacred temples, and in the heart of it all, a betrayal that would shake an empire. You open your eyes slowly. Golden morning light spills through a tall window framed by marble columns. The air is fresh, laced with the scent of baked bread, citrus, and myrrh. Birds sing gently beyond the ivy-covered walls. You rise from a linen bed, the fabric soft against your skin. As you step onto the cool mosaic floor, your feet press against tiles shaped like dolphins and olive branches. Outside, the city is alive. Rome awakens like a lion stretching in the sun. Vendors call out beneath terracotta roofs, offering figs, cheese, and olives. Citizens walk in flowing togas, the fabric rustling softly in the breeze. Fountains gurgle with clean water, spilling from the mouths of carved gods. You stroll down the Via Appia, one of the oldest roads of Rome, its stones worn smooth by centuries of sandals, carts, and dreams. To your left, grand bathhouses buzz with chatter. To your right, small temples glow with candlelight, honoring gods whose names you faintly remember. The scent of roasted lamb wafts from a street-side kitchen. You stop to taste fresh honey cake from a smiling vendor. Everything feels timeless, yet intimately familiar. In the distance, the Colosseum rises, a stone giant against the Roman sky, not yet roaring with battle cries. For now, it waits. The city is calm, powerful, eternal, and for a moment, you are Roman. As the morning unfolds, the city hums with life. A Roman breakfast is simple but comforting. Warm flatbread, fresh cheese, and dates. You sip a cup of spiced wine mixed with honey, seated on a stone bench under the shade of an olive tree. Children play in courtyards, chasing one another around marble fountains. Their laughter mixes with the sound of sandals on stone and distant lyres strumming soft tunes. The streets smell of herbs, basil, rosemary, and thyme hanging from balconies. You pass homes with colorful frescoes and open doors, where families are gathered for meals. Midday in Rome means rest. Shops close, streets grow quieter. In shaded gardens, citizens recline on couches, speaking in low voices, enjoying cool fruit and chilled wine. A vendor invites you to try garum, a fermented fish sauce the Romans adore. You're hesitant, but it's not unpleasant. Tangy, salty, alive with flavor. You notice how life here is slow, deliberate. Every movement, every conversation has meaning. It's not just a city, it's a heartbeat. and for now, you're part of it. The golden afternoon sun begins to soften. Shadows stretch longer across the cobbled streets. You hear a soft chant from a nearby temple as incense smoke drifts into the sky. You walk past the forum once more, but now something feels different. There's a strange hush in the air. Guards are posted on corners, and in the Senate House, the voices of men grow louder behind closed marble doors. You sit beside a fountain, watching the light change. A local scholar tells stories of the gods, of omens, and of a powerful man named Caesar, whose dreams have been restless. They say the soothsayer warned him, "Beware the Ides of March." You glance at the passing citizens. Their faces are calm, but their eyes shift quickly. The city holds its breath. Evening arrives with a copper glow. The streets quiet again. Candles flicker in windows. A storm is coming, not of thunder or rain, but of betrayal. March 15th, the Ides of March. You wake up before the sun. The air is thick, uneasy. Even the birds seem quieter. You follow the morning procession toward the Senate. There, standing tall in a white robe, is Julius Caesar. His eyes are tired but proud. The crowd parts for him like the sea. A man nearby whispers, "They say he was warned again this morning." Caesar enters the theater of Pompey, where the Senate gathers today. You stay outside, but time seems to slow. And then you hear it, the sudden noise, shouting, the clatter of sandals, the echo of a dagger falling on marble. Caesar has been stabbed by his own allies. Even Brutus, his friend, struck him. Et tu, Brute. And with those words, Caesar falls. The city erupts in confusion. Some run, some cry. You stand frozen, as the winds carry whispers of a crumbling republic. The day after Caesar's death, Rome feels quiet, but not peaceful. Shutters are closed. Markets are silent. Even the fountains seem to weep. You walk the empty streets. There are no songs, no music, only whispers. At the forum, people gather, cautiously. Women wear black veils. Men argue in low voices. The body of Julius Caesar is laid in the Forum Romanum, beneath a statue of his great ancestor. Someone places laurel leaves upon his chest. You watch the fire being prepared. Then, a young man steps forward. He lifts his arms and begins to speak. It is Mark Antony. His voice shakes with rage and sorrow. He does not accuse, but each word is a dagger. They loved him once, but now they call him tyrant. This was a man who gave his fortune to the people, who brought Rome peace. The crowd begins to stir. A cry rises, then another. You feel the air shift. Grief turning into fury. Rome will never be the same. You walk further through the ancient city. The funeral smoke still lingers in the air, but Rome endures. Your first stop is the Curia Julia, Caesar's grand vision of a new Senate house. Its marble floors glisten under the morning light. Once, senators walked here. Now, only echoes remain. You stand in the center, imagining Caesar giving his final speeches, his voice firm, his gaze steady. Then, you stroll to the Forum of Caesar. Columns rise into the sky like white trees. Pigeons flutter between broken stones. You reach the temple of Venus Genetrix, built by Caesar to honor his divine ancestor, the goddess Venus. The altar is cracked, but the presence still sacred. Nearby lies the Domus Publica, where Caesar once lived as Pontifex Maximus. Its garden still whispers with rosemary and myrtle. Finally, you visit the Ara Pacis, the altar of peace. Though it was built later, it stands as a dream, a hope that Caesar never got to see fulfilled. You realize Rome is not made of bricks alone. It's built on dreams, ambition, and memory. You climb the gentle slope of the Capitoline Hill, the most sacred of Rome's 7 hills. Even now, in this quiet moment, you can feel how much this land has seen and endured. The sun is beginning to set, casting golden light over domes and ruins, temples and columns, rivers and roads. Below, the Forum sleeps. The Senate stands silent. The theater of Pompey. Only whispers remain. And yet, Rome breathes. Not as a city of stone, but as a living memory. Julius Caesar is gone. But from the ashes of the Republic, a new empire will rise. You hear distant voices, echoes of time, the cheers of legionnaires, the weeping of mourners, the proclamations of emperors. It all began here, and somehow it never ended. You close your eyes, and Rome lingers in your heart, timeless, endless, eternal. As your eyes grow heavy, Rome begins to blur into the haze of sleep. The marble, the voices, the smell of olives, all drifting away. But something lingers, the wisdom of history, the beauty of ruins, and the story of one man's ambition. Thank you for spending these quiet moments with Mystic Past. If this story brought you peace or wonder, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it tonight.